sadness is an immediate brain response, and this fast thinking is where intuition lies. In a similar study on the Japanese board game shogi, participants were asked to solve a checkmate move within 1 second. With no time for conscious analysis, brain scans showed no activation of the cortex in expert shogi players, the part of the brain responsible for conscious thought. Instead, the basal ganglia, which is linked to habit formation and automatic behaviors, was triggered. Interestingly, when it comes to complex decisions like buying a house, while many believe careful thought with the pros and cons list is best, one study actually found that participants made better choices when they went with their snap decision. It turns out we often only take into account a subset of relevant information, which can lead to us weighing the importance of each attribute inaccurately. The study also found that those who trusted their gut were more satisfied with their decisions in the long run than those who thought through the process carefully. However, when making simple purchases like which toothpaste to buy, where variables are not as complex, the study found intentional thought and research to be helpful. If you can identify the sound of your own voice, surprisingly, after listening to a recording of many voices in succession, including their own, 75% of participants made a mistake recognizing their own voice. But the most fascinating part is that their skin conductance was also measured, and these levels went much higher when their own voice came on, even though they didn't consciously recognize their voice, suggesting they had ignored their intuition, which knew the correct answer first. This same phenomenon was shown in a card game that uses 4 decks of cards. Participants would select a card from any pile, which would either be good or bad. Without them knowing first, decks A and B had more bad cards, while C and D had more good cards. After choosing 10 cards, the participants had no idea what was happening, but by 50 cards, most would suspect that some decks were better than others. Finally, after 80 cards, they could articulate that decks A and B were bad and C and D were good. But again, even though they knew it consciously, their skin conductance levels would rise as early as the first 10 cards in response to reaching for pile A and B. Their skin unconscious signals about the right choice before their conscious mind. Of course, their skin didn't know the correct answer, but their unconscious mind began understanding patterns before their conscious mind had. So, is following your intuition always the route to go? Not in cases of empathy, it turns out. A study involving over 900 participants found that when it came to accurately interpreting and understanding the feelings of others, systematic thinking, or carefully analyzing the information available before making a decision was more successful than what feels right. Drawing on our past experiences, that's essentially how our intuition is formed, and it's helped our ancestors determine friend from foe. However, we were given 2 systems of thinking, fast and slow, and we recommend that it's best to follow them both. Special thanks to Audible for supporting this episode to give you a free 30-day trial at audible.com/ASAP. This week we wanted to recommend the book Algorithms to Live By, which is a really interesting look at how computer algorithms can be applied to your everyday life. You can get a free 30-day trial at audible.com/ASAP and choose from a massive selection. We love them as they're great when you're on the go. And subscribe for more weekly science videos.
Drop 200 million megs of free data all over the country. Download the 2 Degrees Data Hunt app and get your share this summer.
There are a lot of popular diets out there, so we thought we'd create a simple video that's getting this one for right sound and actually work. From the outside, it looks like a simple equation. Your weight is determined by the balance between the calories you take in and the calories you burn. By changing what you eat or your activity level, you can this equation towards weight gain or loss, which brings us to our first category of diets, calorie restriction. Companies like Weight Watchers claim you can eat whatever you want as long as you stay below a prescribed number of daily calories. Getting all your calories from junk food is technically allowed, but from a health perspective, it's important to think about the nutritional value of the food you eat. Don't cause heart problems, nutrient deficiencies, and chronic health issues. Calorie restriction with optimal nutrition or cron diets generally reduce their caloric intake by 20% while still meeting the daily nutritional requirements. For example, instead of having a whole apple, a cron dieter might just have the apple skin, which contains most of the nutrients. If used properly and not excessively, calorie restriction can be a safe and effective tool for weight loss. Next up is carb restriction. Many diets like the South Beach, Atkins, or Zone diet suggest that carbs are the enemy of the fit body you always dreamed of. The ideology claims that when more carbs are taken in than burned off, the liver converts them into fats. But for most muscles. This glycogen may later be broken down in times of low glucose to refuel the body. But the type of carbs you eat do matter. Those from simple sugars like honey, fruit, or sugar are more readily turned into triglycerides or fat than complex carbs like whole grains and veggies. If you consistently eat way more than necessary and most calories are from simple carbs, then these will be converted to fat. Low-carb diets often have extreme restriction at first. No starches like bread or pasta, and no sugars, including from fruits or even alcohol. This can lead to some intense side effects, including constipation, dry mouth, bad breath, fatigue, dizziness, and nausea. In studies, carb restriction dieters tend to lose weight faster initially compared to those simply using calorie restriction, but this is likely due to water loss, which returns in later phases when you're encouraged to eat normally again. On top of this, Atkins diet, for example, promotes caloric intake from high-fat and high-protein sources, which means meats, cheeses, cream, butter, and losing weight. Sounds pretty good, right? But many doctors show concerns over the high intake of saturated fat that it may lead to more bad cholesterol and therefore an increased risk of heart disease. Some claim these diets are dangerous and unhealthy, even though they promote the limitation of foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, or apples that provide the body with important micronutrients and vitamins. Instead, people require supplements, which the body is not able to absorb as effectively as vitamins, minerals, and micronutrients in whole foods. Then there are high-protein diets. The main principle is that protein-rich foods are not as easily broken down by the body and take more energy to digest than carb-rich food. This means you won't feel hungry again as quickly, and you're more likely to run a caloric deficit than if you eat the same number of calories from carbs. The paleo diet, for example, suggests that 10,000 years ago agriculture was introduced, and the human diet changed from hunter-gatherers, eating primarily meat, wild fruits, veggies, and nuts, to diets containing more grains. And as a result, some believe the human body isn't designed to digest these processed foods like grains, dairy, and breads. Some also believe that grains lead to inflammation-related health problems, but this is largely untrue, except in the case of people with celiac disease. But because of its straightforward guidelines, many find it easy to follow, and it does promote more nutrient absorption. However, as paleo cuts out all grains and legumes, it's an important source of dietary fiber necessary for one's hours. Not to mention the high protein leads to nitrogen production, eating sticky farts. Add to that constipation, which allows your digestive material to sit longer in your intestine, increasing your glucose and even smell your farts. There's another class of diets we might call the just stop eating diets. Those looking to get slim quick might be tempted to only eat cabbage soup for 7 days, or do the master cleanse diet, which only allows salt water in the morning, and a concoction of water, maple syrup, lemon, and cayenne pepper through the day, and a laxative tea at night. But these diets are exceptionally effective. Not only supposed to get weight loss from water weight, but there are many side effects such as dizziness, fatigue, dehydration, and nausea. The master cleanse can even lead to a white tongue, which some claim is a toxin leaving your body, but it's actually due to swelling and a yeast infection at the mouth. And after going through all that, you're likely to gain any weight loss after stopping. Then of course there are straight up crazy diets like eating cotton balls dipped in soup or juice so that you feel full, which of course provides hardly any nutritional content and can cause intestinal blockages which require surgical intervention. Or how about the sleeping beauty diet where you just sleep? You can't eat if you're always asleep. The truth is, most diets focusing on fluid